mindset has played a huge role in my weight loss journey. Yes, you can eat right, you can exercise, but where your mindset stands is what your results rely on. Arnold Schwarzenegger states, "All I know is that the first step is to create the vision. Because when you see the vision there, the beautiful vision, that creates the want power." For example, my wanting to be Mr. Universe came about because I saw myself so clearly being up there on stage and winning. Mindset mastery isn't something that was simply made up or some Hollywood secret. Mindset mastery is changing the destructive things you say to yourself when you experience the setbacks that life deals all of us. Don't joke about being fat. I was the first girl to say, "Girl, you know I can't do that with my fat self." If there's something you don't like about yourself, change it. Do not joke about it and don't say it. Because whatever you say or whatever you think about yourself is what your mind will program your body to believe you are. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Have you ever been to a point where you just want to give up? I have. AJ and I used to live very luxurious. AJ used to do real estate. So we had our own house, we had a really nice car. But once the market had crashed, we found out that we were pregnant with Amber. And we weren't being very wise with our money. We spent it just as easy as it came. And we had to start from scratch. So AJ decided to apply for the military, which was a very wise decision. But unfortunately, even though I had my BS in chemistry, the base is always away from the city. To use my degree, I usually have to be close to a hospital or a city to be like a lab tech or something of that sort. So once we calculated in the babysitting, me traveling, and how much I actually take home, it just didn't make any sense, so I was a stay-at-home mom. I gave up. I was at a point where I was very depressed because when I couldn't even help with an income, I had this big old degree that everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, look how long you spent in school." I had this baby, and you know, comparing to a lifestyle that we just had, if we just had, oh, I wish I type decisions, I think things would have turned out differently. But we can't live in the past. We have to just learn from it and move on. So, but that was my giving up stage. Mindset mastery is giving up learned helplessness. Learned helplessness is the giving up reaction, the quitting response that follows from the belief that whatever you do doesn't matter. Now that I've sat down and looked to the events that led up to that, it's time I can heal. The solution is explanatory style, which is the manner in which you habitually explain to yourself why events happen. It is the great modulator of learned helplessness. Now, the explanatory style can go two ways. I could be an optimistic explanatory. An optimistic explanatory style stops helplessness. Even though I can't work and I have my daughter, the best part about it is I can make my own schedule. I can enjoy my baby. Was I thinking exactly that back then? No. But that is an optimistic view that I wish that's how I started out. Eventually I came around and I became optimistic, and I utilized the base for what it is. I mean, you get free gym, you get a free track, you can go around. My husband had certain days where he was off. I made sure that he came with me. I would drag him along to go walk around the track, as you guys can see on the videos. Whereas a pessimistic explanatory style spreads helplessness. Oh my goodness, I'm fat. And there's nothing I can could do about it. Honestly, that's how I felt at a certain point. I just felt like I couldn't get anything done. Life was just passing me by, and there was nothing, absolutely nothing. No one could tell me anything different that I can do to benefit myself and my body. Or to be optimistic that you are feeding yourself positivity. Stop watching the mindless TV and start doing your research on like YouTube, where they're teaching you how to lose weight, what has worked for others, and how you can do the exact same thing. Really good YouTube channel that is the bomb. Tara Lee's 2 cents, just throwing it out there. But seriously, you have to feed yourself these positivity, because then that positivity will be programmed in your mind. Weight loss systems, weight loss pills, weight loss products is just like fashion. 1 minute it's in, the next minute it's out. Do not fall victim to current trends, but do the research for yourself. When I look for a weight loss routine, it's something that I want to jumpstart my weight loss so I can see the results quickly, because that's the first thing you want to do. But I want to be able to still lose weight without using it. It has to be natural, because you know I have lupus. It has to be, I don't mind spending money, because I mean there's a lot of people out there who they want to lose weight, the routine they're doing right now isn't working, but they want to be really cheap about it and want something free. That is not a really good path. I think you better change that right away. So I'm willing to invest in my health, but I need to make sure that this is a routine that I can be consistent and it will give me the results as long as I follow it to the T. Giving up the victim mindset and taking responsibility for everything that has happened in your life and doing it radically, as far as I'm concerned, anything that happens is between you and God. I believe that everything happens for a reason. Take good out of the good, just make it better. Take good out of the bad, no matter what it is. When you absorb that, when you believe that, when you commit to that, I guarantee you things will get a lot smoother in your life. Don't point fingers, don't make excuses. It is what it is. Take it and learn a lesson from it. I don't believe in coincidence. I'll tell you this straight. I believe in God incidents. We all aspire to mastery, but the path is always long and sometimes rocky, and it promises no quick payoff. So we look for other paths, each which attracts a different person. Now there's 3 paths of non-mastery.
Yeah, girl, I can't even believe how quick I've gotten these results.
Oh wait, Peggy?
Remember that line I used to have in my stomach? Girl, it ain't there no more.
It's not there. I know you just saw it. It's not there. Alright, this ain't working. What was that exercise you just told me about? I'm about to stop by. You gotta tell me about it.
The dabbler gets really into something for a while and loves the quick results. But the moment things fade, he or she is off to the next new thing, rationalizing that it just wasn't a good fit. Hence, no mastery.
Hey girl, I can't talk right now. I still got 100 squats, 75 push-ups, a minute and 30-second planks, and on top of that, girl, I gotta do my 2.5 miles. I woke up this morning, the scale has not moved. I've been eating right, exercising. I don't know what it is, but you know what? I just gotta go harder. That's it. I just gotta go harder. That is the solution, all right, hon? I'll talk to you later. Gotta go.
The obsessive, a bottom line type of person who wants to get the tennis stroke right on the first lesson, and when results start to slow down, pushes even harder to make it work, ignoring the fact that plateaus are part of the path of mastery, pushing and pushing mercilessly to create a continuing upward curve, then a sharp decline, hence no mastery.
Now I want to go to that wing spot down in the corner. That corner block from you? Yeah, so I just came back from my personal trainer. He said that my push-up form is not right. But girl, I ain't got no time to go practicing that. Listen, the push-ups I'm doing right now, even though it's wrong form, it's helping me out decent enough. My body looks good. Yeah. But whatever. So you want to go?
The hacker. After sort of getting the hang of something, the hacker is content to stay at a plateau, never really improving his or her skills beyond the first basic level. Hacking, hacking, hacking. Hence, no mastery.
Of the 3 paths of non-mastery, I would have to say I would probably fall under obsessive. My husband, if he was here, he'd be like, yes, that lady is crazy. Yeah, I'll admit it. I have been obsessive in my weight loss journey. I'm just a go-getter. And sometimes being a go-getter, it kind of clouds me of, okay, you need to calm down. It's really not that serious, and breathe a little bit. Step back and look in. When it comes to a weight loss journey, you don't want to be the type to do a routine where you're always changing it up without even taking time to do it to the fullest of its ability. You don't want to change up because you're having a microwave mentality where the result isn't coming as quickly, or I should say overnight. You don't want to be obsessed with the scale. A lot of times we lose inches. So inches you don't show on the scale, or sometimes it actually looks like you've gained because you've gotten muscle, because muscle does weigh more than fat. You also don't want to settle. Now, even though I may have a goal that it may take a certain time because plateaus happen, you don't want to just settle with whatever. Okay, unless you have like a medical reason, or you tried it to the best of its ability and it's just not happening. Like, girl, it is just not happening. Then that's a different story.
I completely agree with George Leonard. He states, how do you best move toward mastery? To put it simply, you practice diligently, but you practice primarily for the sake of the practice itself.
Practice the proper habits, because this is a lifestyle change. Weight loss isn't easy, but it is adaptable. Our everyday life is not going to be comfortable, so you have to go against the gradient and get comfortable with the uncomfortable. Okay, so that may require for you to make sure your refrigerator has nothing but clean foods, because if there is any unhealthy foods, most likely you're going to go for that. Make sure you bring your food with you. Make sure you're eating 6 times a day. Now, how are you going to do that? Obviously, it's going to get very expensive if you're eating 6 times a day and you're paying out 6 times a day. You have to prep ahead of time. Keeping track of your weight. That's why we have Weigh-In Wednesdays on Tyra's weight loss journey on Facebook. If you haven't already, make sure you join our Facebook group, Tyra's weight loss journey, and join our Weigh-In Wednesday, woman only. So when you set goals out, don't worry about it. You can adjust it. You guys have seen me set goals all the time. I didn't achieve it, but I was aiming for a goal. I was aiming for something. And it really does make the time go faster, and you are a lot more productive when you're aiming for something.
Become a fitness chick. How? By making it your practice, as much as a doctor practices medicine. A wise person states, a practice is a noun, and it can be anything you practice on a regular basis as an integral part of your life. Not in order to gain something else, but for its own sake. For a master, the rewards gained along the way are fine, but they are not the main reason for the journey. Ultimately, the master and the master's paths are one. And if the traveler is fortunate, that is, if the path is complex and profound enough, the destination is 2 miles further away from every mile he or she travels. So the question is, after I have obtained mindset mastery, what do I do? Don't be afraid by homeostasis. Right now, you are in the state of homeostasis. Your body is used to being the way it is, and your brain is used to thinking the way it does. A wise person once stated, "Be aware of the way homeostasis works. Don't panic or give up at the first sign of trouble. Be willing to negotiate with your resistance to change." The fine art of playing the edge, in this case, involves a willingness to take one step back for every two forward, sometimes vice versa. Develop a support system. Follow a regular practice. Dedicate yourself to lifelong learning. Weight loss isn't easy, and always look to God for support. This is Tara Lee, and never forget, faith and fitness go hand in hand.
Till next time, God bless. And I wish you well.
I'm so grateful that you're watching. To hear more of my 2 cents, subscribe now. Want me to shout out or talk more? Let me know in the comment box below. Want to see how I lost 10.8 pounds in 1 week? Go to AJandTaraOnTheGrind.com. And after that, make sure you check out my website, TaraLee's2cents.com. Never forget, faith and fitness goes hand in hand. God bless.